So what does sold over asking actually mean? Few things maybe. 10 years ago, I think it meant the house actually sold over asking. What does it mean now in 2025 or 2024 or 23? Generally, what it means now is I listed my house at $200,000 or whatever the number is below what actual market value is. And so when we actually sold it for market value, which is where it should have been listed to begin with. So we sold over asking. Those sign riders that you see are the most overused bullshit statement on real estate signs I have ever seen. It is the most bullshit thing in realtor marketing I have ever seen. Nonsense. It's complete nonsense. Yes. Do I do it? Yeah. And people tell me all the time when I'm out talking to people, and they'll say, oh man, we hate the realtor game. We hate the game. The game sucks. And I'm like, oh, you mean underpricing it to its true market value and then selling it over asking in multiple offers? And they're like, yes. I'm like, well, stop showing us it works, and then we'll stop doing it, right? Because the reality is there's different strategies for different types of sales, different types that attract different types of buyers. And there's been a propensity towards bidding in the last, I'd say 5 to 10 years, where it's become a little bit more of the norm than it was previously. And so I've seen it multiple times where you list a property for sale, and this is in the last couple of years, I may add. You list a property for sale at the unquote correct number, and it sits and it gets no showings and it sits. And then you take that same property and you reduce it by a couple $100,000 or $100,000 or $50,000, whatever the number is, and it puts it below what the true market value would be. All of a sudden you get a lineup of people coming to look at it. Your open house is jam packed. You have so many people to follow up with after, you can't even barely do it. Then you end up getting 4 or 5 or 6 offers on offer day, and it's just mind blowing. As an example, I did a property this year that I sold in 6 days when all other properties, it was a condo, and all other properties in the building had been on the market for 4 to 6 months. And we sold at the same number as what those other properties were listed at. So sometimes it's just the strategy to draw out the right types of buyers, because here's the reality. More eyes on the property, more potential offer means more money. And that's the reality. So I say this sort of tongue in cheek for all the buyers out there that bitch and complain and whine and don't like that strategy. Well, stop showing us it works, because when it works, we just keep doing it, right? But that's the reality of our market. So sold over asking today means generally I listed the house underpriced, whereas a few years ago, it actually sold over asking.